Hello and welcome to another video, and in this video I'm going to be going into everything that happened in Maul Shadow Lord chapter 5 and 6, which was great again. So another positive video about this amazing series so far, and yeah, we're going to continue the positivity. Now firstly we see the Empire interrogate Cliche, I think her name was, Lawson's colleague, I'm just going to call her, and she ended up getting, from what the Empire say, she ended up getting transferred somewhere, which could this mean she just got put in prison, or maybe they killed her, who knows. Clearly she wasn't cooperative and was transparent with what she was saying, and the Empire didn't believe anything she was saying if she said anything at all. Now we see Maul getting asked if they should leave the planet. Now the Empire's here and they can easily leave the planet, quite easily, because they have ships and they could probably escape quite easily and evacuate because of the Empire's presence. But Maul decides not to because he really wants Devon as an apprentice, and Maul is desperate to have her as an apprentice, and clearly he sees a lot of potential in her, which means she could be very powerful. Obviously we don't know that yet, but clearly Maul sees something in her, whether that be her personality or her power, we don't know. And we're briefly talk about his leg issues, which I think might come back to haunt him with his robotic leg. Obviously, because there will be one coming off, he had to get cybernetic legs, and I think we could see this come play in the future with maybe a duel between him and Vader, but I'll get more into Vader later on. Devon and Darky try to escape through transportation, and Darky used a mind trick on one of the stormtroopers, saying, "You've seen our ID," or "You don't need to see our ID." I can't exactly remember, but another stormtrooper sees and hears the conversation and tells them to freeze, and then they end up being caught and they end up managing to get away. And this was a surprise to me, honestly. I didn't think they'd show up, and I really like the fact they took it. Maybe this is a bit of a risk, but I'm glad they took this risk, you could say, and I thought it added a bit more to the chapter, and I think added a lot to this chapter actually. Now this is quite cool in my opinion. We see the Inquisitor find where Darky, Devon and Maul had a duel, and we see obviously he learns of lightsaber marks. He sees lightsaber marks, so they wouldn't just be lightsaber marks for no reason. He must know now, as well as the stormtroopers know, that they put two and two together. They're Jedi hiding out in Janix, and they will be wanted now as well, and he obviously finds out even more later, but I'll get into that when the time's right. And I thought this was quite cool in my opinion. I don't know if anywhere thought like this for this scene, but the Inquisitor certainly seems to not be like one of the bottom level ones. He seems to be quite powerful, which I'll get into later. Then I'm going to try to split this all into one big chunk because I think it all deserves to be together. We see Lawson and Darky and Devon live in Lawson's house. Well, don't live, but they just take refuge there. And obviously Lawson and Darky are talking this through, and then the Inquisitor interrupts and busts through the door. Then we see Devon and Darky duel the Inquisitor, and this is where I thought Darky possibly was going to sacrifice himself, but that didn't end up happening. Uyo gets away, and Lawson's now very wanted by the Empire. Lawson gets help from a friend, which I'm not going to go into too much detail about. And they split up, Devon, Darky and Lawson and his son. Now we don't know what happened with Darky and Lawson. However, what we do know is that with Devon and Lawson's son, now maybe we see Darky die next chapter. Who knows? I feel like it's been kind of building up to that, but I think there's potential for this to happen, and yeah, I'm not too sure. Two Boots obviously learns about Lawson's being wanted, which I just don't think Two Boots will come around, because well, she or he is programmed, and you can't just get past that programming. It's like Order 66 with the inhibitor chips. You can't just turn off the chip. It's very more sophisticated than that. And now we see them get on the train, Devon and Lawson's son, but we see the Inquisitor just got on, and Devon managed to hold her own. Like the suit, maybe I'm being too kind, but I'd say she held her own but she was obviously getting beaten. And then Maul shows up, and then kind of stalemate, I guess you could say. Devin had this smart move in cutting the train and separating Maul and the Inquisitor, and they seemed to work together against the Inquisitor when Devin was in the fight. But what I thought was really cool from this scene, and I really like this scene, is Alet. Chapter 6 was amazing. I'll state that. I feel like the second chapter of every week is usually the better one, except week 1, I'd say. Actually, saying about that now, I'd probably have one over chapter 2. But anyway, getting off topic, we see what I thought was very cool from this scene is we seen Double Blade versus Double Blade, which I think we might have seen in Rebels. I'm not too sure if I can remember, but I thought that was cool, especially with animation being so much better than it was. If anyone knows if we have seen Double Blade versus Double Blade, please tell me in the comments and remind me of when we've seen it. Now, the big part of the chapter, we see the Inquisitor talking to someone and just calling them my lord. Now, I think this is Vader. I think it has to be Vader. I mean, another cliffhanger again, which is done very well with this, keeping the excitement for every new release every week. I mean, personally, that's how I felt and how I think that a lot of the communities felt, with them keeping the hype up for the week after. And they've done a really good job so far of doing that, because with some other shows, like maybe I've said it a couple of times, The Bad Batch, you didn't know what you were going to get. You were going to get some of the best Star Wars, or you were going to get a lot of filler. And personally, I feel like the hype for every 2 chapters are high and everyone wants to see, and they've ended another cliffhanger here. Now, I think it's good. I mean, it could be Palpatine, it could be like the head Inquisitor, but I do think this is Vader. I've said many times in past videos, I think this will be Vader, and that is just my opinion and what route Disney want to take, and it's what I think Disney want to take from this. I mean, it could be Palpatine, who knows, but personally I just think it's Vader, just for reasons I've stated in the past. And that is my breakdown completed. Now I'm just going to get into my final thoughts and feelings. Now, again, as I've stated throughout the video, I really enjoyed these 2 chapters again. I mean, I really have nothing much to criticize about this, but what do I think will happen next week? I think you could see an appearance of Vader, maybe. I mean, maybe they'll say that for like the last week, in 2 weeks time. We're just under 2 weeks time now, as of time of publishing this video. And yeah, they're sticking to characteristics we thought this series would have, being fast-paced, no filler, every chapter means something. I mean, I've seen some people didn't really like chapter 5. I didn't mind it. It was a bit slow-paced. That's always got to be expected. With at least 1 or 2 chapters, you're not going to get action everywhere. Sometimes you need to get the story across. Maybe you could have a go at maybe not enough more, but I feel like this will be the 2 chapters where we see the least of Maul through this week, because personally I think the first 2 weeks we've seen enough of Maul. Maybe this week we didn't see enough of Maul. Some could argue. I think that argument is perfectly fair and fine, because sometimes we see series like Kenobi that isn't about Kenobi, Obi-Wan, and yeah, like Ahsoka, when they're not really the main character. However, I feel like they're doing a good balance at the moment for me, because Maul can't overuse Maul, in my opinion. But maybe someone holds a different opinion. I feel like this week maybe he was a bit underutilized. However, you can't expect him to be in our faces every week when there is a story with Janix, with Lawson and the Empire. And I feel like that's why Andor did so well, because Andor, we've seen a lot of perspectives. However, they stuck to Andor obviously being the main character, but they really struggled to do this and have this balance through everything, in my opinion. And yeah, that's all I've got to really say. If there's anything I missed, drop a comment. And if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. It would do me the world of favors right now, because yeah, last week was absolutely awful because the video got corrupted and I lost a lot of the video. That wasn't great, but I still uploaded it. I thought, why not? And it obviously wasn't to the highest quality, but this one will be to a higher standard. and I feel like I might start posting a lot more just because I feel like I can. I have a couple of ideas in mind. If you have anything you'd want to see, put it in the comments and I'll think about it or dwell on it. I'm not going to say I will be doing it if you do comment. I haven't had a comment yet on one of my videos, however, that will change one day and hopefully it'll be soon with the effort I'm putting in right now. But yeah, maybe I've went on a bit of a tangent there. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you soon.